Good. Hey, we need to focus.
Oh, I was gonna say earlier when
All right, talk about Disneyland. Let's hear about that.
I was gonna say earlier when Toke was talking about his
so
Valentine's
out of
shit.
nowhere, you just come with a doctor slip saying I gotta go to the.
It was the fucking braids, bro. He didn't want to admit that braids equals black people, but then he gets braids, shows up late, and then leaves early. That was the best example of that. You thought you was a nigga because you had braids.
Maybe I did it by
turned into a nigga.
Maybe I did it by purpose. No, I'm joking.
This dude turned into a Los Angeles N-word.
No,
for our
that
eyes.
day was just like super hectic. Like a bunch of shows happening. I was going to text you guys the whole day saying, you know, guys, I'm gonna leave early. I'm gonna leave early. But then like a bunch of stuff, you know. But I ended up coming here, seeing you guys.
Gang, we wasn't
whatever.
tripping, gang.
It was just like one thing after another. But yeah, Riley and I ended up going to Disneyland. Okay. Shout out to Riley's younger bro. He basically like got these tickets somehow.
The littlest bro,
and he hit up Riley saying like, "Yo, you know, you want these tickets?" Blah blah. And she's like, "Yeah, sure." So
brother in the chat.
Shout out to him. He got us in there. And those tickets, like Toke was saying it earlier, I think off stream, but like Riley told me about this as well, where Disney has these things where, bro, normal Disney tickets are like $300, but
just for the normal ones.
Yes, normal ones.
Like if I wanted a regular.
But that's like to go to both parks and you know the day pass and shit. But
a regular one's probably like
like around 150 or something like that. But these events are like. The numbers they have limited amount of tickets, so it's not a full park. You know what I mean? Like some of the rides might be closed, but it's not a full park. And basically, if you get in there and you're able to get these tickets, it's like you get a more exclusive like vibe to the park. You know, there's Riley and I went on like 6-7 rides. Every ride was like 10-15 minute wait. It was super fast the whole time.
That sounds way more fun, honestly.
But you know what sucks though is I had this like tiny little grinder that shout out to Trevor from BBC. He gave me this tiny little grinder a long time ago. It was super small and compact, and I've used it for years. I forgot I had that shit with me, and I forgot I had a pocket knife with me, right?
And they're like, hell no.
And I was like going through the security, and they find the grinder, and he's like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's a grinder, but it has nothing in it." He's like, "Yeah, I can't let that in." I was like, "Could you hold on to it and I'll grab it later?" He's like, "Nah." He's like, "You can just, you know,
grab it later."
He's like, "You can just forfeit it, blah blah." And I was like, "Yeah, take that." And then he kept looking through my bag. Then he found my pocket knife, and I was like, "Damn it!" I was like, "I actually fuck with this knife too." But I was like, "All right, I'm not trying to go walk back all the way to the car."
That shit is far.
So he took. I was like, "All right, just take the knife too." He took the knife, but. Bro, a shout to Blazzy. You had gifted us all these like wax pens, right? And those were really high quality wax pens. They were like rosin pens.
Shout out to SoCal Dank.
Shout out to SoCal Dank, bro. Those are really quality, like, you know, wax pens and shit. I just put that shit in my sock, bro. I went through security. They didn't say a word, and Riley and I were puffing on that thing the whole time, dude. I'm like, no worries, no nothing. It was hella chill.
That's solid.
Bro, we went to the Star Wars area where like you know, there's like a Star Wars bar and shit, and we grabbed these drinks and. I ordered this like one drink, I forgot the name of it, right? But it came and it had this foam on top, like a bunch of foam on top of the drink. And this other couple sitting next to us, and the girl was like, "Hey, that foam numbs your lips." Blah blah. And I was like, "Wait, what? What the fuck?" And I started drinking it, and I realized I'm like, "Damn, it does like some 5 gum shit like for like 30 minutes, bro, where like your lips and your tongue just become hella tingly and numb." And I was like, "Yo, what the hell, dude?" It was super trippy.
What's like the pros of that?
I don't know.
Yeah, and what kind of
enhance like the experience?
I bet you that's what the. Oh, yo, peace. Have a good night.
What kind of alcohol was in that shit? What the fuck?
I don't remember what alcohol was in it, but also Riley, you know, we went to Star Wars for Valentine's Day. We celebrated our 4-year anniversary and like Valentine's Day as well. And still to this day, she still hasn't drank, bro. She's on day 45 or 46.
Damn, all right.
We went to that Star Wars bar. She grabbed a non-alcoholic drink. I grabbed the alcoholic drink.
So are you sticking to like 75 days, like for sure?
She's gonna do 80.
Oh shit,
bro.
Just to like top it off.
Did you get on that Star Wars ride?
No, we got on one Star Wars ride where it's like you get to control a machine. You get to control like a battleship where there's 6 people in there, right? The front 2 control it, the back 2 control the guns and shit like that. So Riley and I were controlling the actual like steering of the machine and shit. And I didn't know we actually affected what happened in the thing. Like we have this like lever in front of us, and I was just doing this. I just kept going back and forth. And at one point, Riley's like, "Oh, we're in control of it." And I looked up at the screen. I realized I'm like, "Oh wait." Me doing this makes the fucking thing like not fly straight and shit. And I was kind of thinking, I'm like, I wonder if the dudes behind us,
they're like, what the fuck is this dude doing?
Yeah, because like I'm the dude who's controlling. Well, we're controlling the ship, and I'm like steering it all stupid, not realizing what I'm doing.
All right, so wait, so was this was in regular Disneyland, right? Not fucking California Adventure.
Yeah. So this regular Disneyland,
okay, for sure.
Bro, they had this new ride that just came out, right? It was like I forgot the name of the ride, but it starts off where you're in a movie theater and you're like standing watching some screen, and I was like nudging Riley, telling him like, bro, this ride's kind of like whack. Like, what are we gonna just do? Watch a movie? And then boom, the screen like explodes. A bunch of smoke comes out of nowhere, and then the screen has a giant hole in it. And you walk through the screen and then like sit on this like carriage. And the new rides nowadays aren't like actually connected to one another. They're like cars that are drones where they're pre-programmed to do certain moves. Yeah. And you just sit in one of these cars as it does.
They've been doing that for like the Back in the Future ride, the Simpsons ride.
I think that's like the new thing they're trying to do with everything.
That's not the new thing. They've been doing that.
But bro, that shit was so dope, bro. I don't know what the new Disney ride was called, but that experience was sick. Because at first I was like, man, this is lame. And then the shit exploded and we walked through the screen. And as we were walking through the screen, I was like looking at the sides of the screen trying to see if there's a sliding door or something. I didn't see anything. I was like, damn. I was like, they did a good job hiding that shit. I don't know what the fuck they did.
Yeah, my experience at Disneyland, I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? I think that
normal day type thing or like
I need to go back.
Event? I went normal day.
Okay,
I just went just to kick it.
Super busy, right?
We were able to bring in like edibles, no problem. I would say that.
Did they see it or did you hide it?
Yeah, it was just some old lady just kind of right there and just checked our shit real quick. And
oh, really?
Walked in. I was high all fucking day.
Yeah, me and Ali smoked a spliff in Disneyland.
Oh, never.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
In the little cigarette area. Oh, they're for sure not tripping there.
Yeah, no, they're already tripping. Yeah, but they don't have a really designated cigarette area. People just do it still.
Yeah. When I think Disneyland designated smoking areas, I think right next to that big ass like pool where the roller coasters at in California Adventure. You know what I'm talking about, right by Jasmine?
Yeah, but I'm talking about an actual Disneyland.
Little Mexicoville.
Where'd you guys find a spot to smoke, dude?
Star Wars Land.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, there's like a bunch of weird little cutties and alleys.
Yeah, I love how like what's like the arboration. You know, I love the arbor.
What is that?
All the trees and shit.
Oh,
like
yeah.
That, you know what I mean? Like,
yo, you know what move I've pulled in Universal Studios before with my homie is you could do it like a large cup, right? You take a large cup like this and it has to have a lid and a straw. You take the straw and you cut it like in half, and then you take the bottom of the straw and you put it on the joint, right? Put the lid on top and you like spark the joint, put in there, and you basically walk around. You pretend you're sipping out of a straw, but you're just hitting the spliff. Damn. And me and my homie did that at fucking Universal a long time ago. We smoked like 2 spliffs because they used to have a cigarette smoking section. Universal, like by the kids section where the water park is, you used to be able to go smoke vapes and cigarettes there. No more. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah, they shut that off at Disneyland too. You used to be able to like smoke.
Really?
Yeah, you used to be able to smoke
you
right next to the
fire. You get off a vape
section.
for sure. You get off.
They
take it away in the security. That's
even
why
like Nicks and shit.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised I was able to get your vape aways because like it does have metal in it that could get picked up in the security thing, but you gotta
be weird and stash that shit in your sock or something like that. Like,
I put it in my sock.
I feel like such a loser whenever I gotta like stash anything like that in my sock.
Oh, that's what I did.
Like, no, like if I'm going through TSA or something like that, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing, bro? Like they don't give a fuck.
It was worth it though.
Honestly, what's giving me the more liberty and like more like more courage.
Are you just on IG right now?
Hey, yeah,
dude?
bro. Quit looking at like your Snapchat stories.
It was of us.
You're just giggling, bro.
Quit giggling.
Right here, bro.